And so in the beginning, you're going to be bad. It's part of the game. Don't worry about it. Some people say, I don't like that game. Well, when you're God, you can set up the rules the way you'd like. It's just the way it is. And so in this, what's interesting is when you start going through this, is you're going to understand that that's part of the journey, part of the process, okay? And if you stay in the process. But unfortunately, most people get, instead of getting 20 years of experience, they get 1 year of experience 20 times. And here's why. Anyone know what this is? It's a diagram. Okay, all right. Actually, it's a cafeteria. This is the cafeteria line. This is the front of the line. Let's say over here represents a six-figure ring, okay? 100K. Now, these are the people at the front of the line. Now, when you start at a cafeteria line, where do you always start? Back of the line. Now, what's interesting is the people at the front of the line have two things in common. Number one, they got in line. Number two, they stayed in line. But here's what most people do in prepaid legal services. They get started at the back of the line, and they're looking over here at the front of the line, going, man, this line is long. And they move a little bit. Man, I'm never going to make it to the front of the line. And that internal dialogue starts. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yes? Yes. Man, I'm never... Oh, man. There's got to be a faster line. There's got to be a faster line. And so what do? They get out of line and they go try to find a new line. And what's crazy is when they start in a new line, guess where they start? At the back of the line. And they get in line and do the exact same thing. And then they come back to the first line and they go, man, I was in front of her up there. But when they come back, guess what? They got to start again. Back of the line. So what do most people spend their whole life doing is this. They go to here and they get out, come back. Get out, go to here, come back. Get out, come here, go to back. And they wonder why they never make it to the front of the line. This is most people in life and in prepaid legal services right here. This is why they say, thank you. This is why they say showing up is 80% of your success. Stick and stay and you will get your pay. It's simple stuff. As long as you stay in. Now here's what's interesting. The longer you stay in line, the more likely it is that someone in front of you is going to get out of. Isn't that great? See, so you're going to have to use the element of time to your advantage in this journey. You're going to have to. But while you're in line, the only thing you must manage is your state. The only thing you must manage is your state. This little bit in between your brain, okay? Because it's going to make some crazy talk. And here's my interpretation of personal development. Know where you are today and never be there again. Never be there again. Because you're either growing or you're dying. It's one way or the other. And I don't believe any of us have a fixed potential. Do any of you think you have fixed potential? No. So then why does society require us to live on a fixed income? That's insane to me. And humans are such a fascinating species. Because we are the only species on the planet that chooses on a daily basis to be less than we can be. Nature doesn't do that. Like, when was the last time you saw a tree grow about this big and go, it's good enough? Never. They grow as big and as far as they can. And so I'm going to ask each and every one of you, just understand along this journey, it's interesting. And I heard this a long time ago and it really stuck to me. It said, hell on earth is to meet the man or woman you could have been. Hell on earth is to meet the man or woman that you could have been. And so I just want to cue up. Do we have the slides? Can we pull those up real quickly? Can you guys see that? Is there slides up? Slides? Yes, no? No? Lights? Slides? Can I get a slide? Can I not get a slide? Not the Elmo, the slides. Yes. Brilliant. Okay? And I want to share with you guys kind of my journey and how I just stayed in line. So this is how things started for me. Play. This is my first private business reception. This is where I started prepaid legal. I signed up on that coffee table. Okay? This was the dance company I was running. Yes, I am the only white guy. Okay? So here's basically what happened for me. Click. This is my brother. There was a reason why I was doing prepaid. I wanted to be able to coach his sports. Being able to be the assistant coach for him today on his basketball team is one of my greatest joys in prepaid legal services. Being able to give my mom $1,000 a month, give my dad $1,000 a month. This was a picture from my first private business reception. Now what's interesting is most of these people got started and most of them all quit. They got out of line. They all quit. And here's the thing I found out. Age wrinkles your skin, but quitting wrinkles your soul. And all I did was I just stayed in line. That's all I did. This is my first convention. You can see my manager tag. Me and Casey there. My first convention, I got my manager tag. That's the suit I wore to my winter formal in high school, the only dress clothes I owned. I went to go buy my first suit. And I bought it in downtown Los Angeles. It wasn't tailored yet, but I didn't know that, so I just rolled it up. I didn't know any of this stuff. I meant to see Harlan Stonecipher with rolled up slacks on the bottom. Because I didn't know any of this stuff. I didn't know. I didn't know. But here's the challenge. In prepaid legal services, it's not what you don't know. It's that we don't do what we know. Just do what you know right now. You'll learn the rest along the way. I went to my next convention as a director. I'm moving up. I'm excited because I stayed in line. Went to my next convention as an executive director. I got to go to the executive director banquet. I met Mr. Jeff Olson for the first time. I met people like Mr. Chris Hughes, people like Mr. Michael Humes, people like Mr. Joshua Denny, people like the Malats and Miss Broughton. I went on free company trips. I got to travel the world doing what I love to do and get paid while I did it. Here I am. This is crazy. I'm in Rome. I put 2 pictures of the Colosseum because it was too big for one. Getting deposits from prepaid legal. Getting locked in trunks. Visiting Big Ben in London. This is me in London. This is me in Spain getting deposits from prepaid. In Portugal getting deposits from prepaid. In Fiji getting deposits from prepaid legal services, guys. Painting the school there. Donating $5,000 to go do something that I love to do. Okay? To go contribute. And some of this stuff looks fake. Go to Mexico. Take the entire executive director team down to Mexico. Josh isn't on my team, but he can do whatever he wants, so he came with us. We rented quads. We went out there and visited the churches there. An amazing thing. Free company cruises. I've never been on a cruise in my life. Prepaid sent us on 3 free ones. This is us in the Cayman Islands on 7 Mile Beach in $2 million condos. Playing poker. You can see Josh Denny's upset because Brian Crothers has all his chips. GQ Man of the Year, Mr. Darnell Self. Chilling in the Cayman Islands. Get paid daily anywhere with Mr. Paul Meyer. Private fireworks shows off the beach with catered dinners, sunrises to sunsets in Hawaii. Getting a chance to spend time, amazing things. And prepaid brought me the most incredible things. And this is publicly, I got to thank Mr. John Malott, invited me to do a Super Saturday out in Chicago. And as a result of sitting there, I met somebody there that at the time didn't know it, but I was going to marry her. And so John Malott, they said, like, at the business briefing is not the place to find your wife, but at the big events it might be. Me and John are doing pretty good on this one, okay? And so, Mr. Malott, I want to thank you because you introduced me to my beautiful fiance, Patty. I love you. And as a result of prepaid. And we went to Hawaii to visit the Katoas. We went to the Giovanni shrimp truck, and I put my mark there on the shrimp truck. Make more money, call me, okay? From the turtles to the everything, to the whales, you know, on Norm's boat. Norm, where are you? Love you. Thank you for that incredible experience. From the dolphins to this is life. Getting deposits from prepaid legal services, to rock climbing, to mountain biking, to being on the seas. This is Cancun, all expense paid trips. And this is in Dubai, in the only 7-star resort in the world. This is my hotel room in Dubai. That's the bathroom. Come on, y'all. Okay? Skiing. I went skiing in Dubai. I'm skiing in Dubai. This is in the mall. It was so hot they built a ski resort in the mall. I'm skiing in the middle of the desert in Dubai with the camels. Okay, my mom, executive director banquet, you got to get there. Las Vegas, I know we'll see more and more of you at the executive director banquet. Okay, Robert Kiyosaki, these people helped me to dream again, guys. They told me to start making dream boards, so I started making dream boards and building and building and building and building and building. And this is where I grew up, in a trailer. And I moved from that to a bigger trailer. And then I moved from the trailer to the stage of the MGM Grand. Why not you? Why not you? Why not? Tell me why you can't do this. Tell me. Because here's the thing. Be careful. Because if you fight for your limitations, we might just let you keep them. And when you make it to the top of your mountain, this might not be easy, but it will be worth it. Because when you get to the top and you can look down and say, I did it. I did it. Oh my God, I did it. I made it. It was hard. It wasn't easy. I crawled for every inch. I made it to the top. I might have been short of breath. I might have been kicked and kneed and faltered. But I didn't break. I didn't budge. I didn't falter. I didn't quit. I didn't go back. I made it to the top. I might have got down. But when I got back down, I got back up again. Because I knew where I was going. I knew where I was going. I was going to make it to the top. I said, Mom, I did it. Dad, I did it. God, I did it. I made it. I'm at the top. Thank you. Because I always remembered, if you can't go back, you must go. And if you must go forward, failure is not. And if failure is not an option, success is. TNV, your ring's waiting for you. Come and claim it.